We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Now, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They go play action with Lawrence. And his first pass is incomplete. For this one, CD, an interesting one to start the season in the NFC West. A lot of people think that this is the 49ers division to lose, but you caution not so fast.
Remember Seattle 2022? A playoff team, and the Rams, they took a dip, but renewed sense of purpose, renewed sense of optimism, and 14 picks used in the NFL draft. The Rams think they can be back a lot quicker.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go out. Field at the 49. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Let's go, 52. Here we go.
ETN once more. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Let's go.
Now 2nd and 9. From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Richardson. And this one's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. McCaffrey following the penalty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Tyree Wilson. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The throw over the middle, taken in. This is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Anthony Richardson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here. And that winds up a touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0? Like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll try the left side with ETN. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Going for it, here's ETN. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least,
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down, here's Richardson. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now,
and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 75 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Hurry!
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Rams' 19-yard line.
Richardson on the bootleg here. He'll buy some time right. Richardson hit and he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Lawrence. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sideline and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Taking on the midfield logo. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Get it!
St. Brown motioning left. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action. Richardson. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. Being chased out left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Anthony Richardson making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On first down, Lawrence. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Flush to his right. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Richardson off the play fake. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Richardson looking to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Dragon 60. Ready, ready?
Richardson looking to throw this. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yaya Diaby got in there behind the line and dropped him for a loss on the play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground, ETN. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Mechie, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Lawrence finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
They go play action with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Lawrence's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Heck of a move. And it follows blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Ready.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
A 35-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jamison Williams, 53 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And running with power here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
A give running left. It's McCaffrey. Dodges him at the 50. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 3.
Ready, ready.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Hurry, hurry.
1st and 10 at 34-yard line.
Check. Ready.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Down to about the 32.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw is on target to Likely. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
On the ready.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. McCaffrey looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Go.
Algier is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Algier again. And he's across the chalk in the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Algier taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Hey, Lion.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. Wiggles free. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now Lawrence changing the play.
9 yards. 1st down, Rams.
Easy. Read it 44. Read it 54.
Now Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Lawrence's throw completed to Mechie. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
1st down,
And now an audible here into something else.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Get it! Unlock line! Unlock line!
And they will take a knee here. The Seahawks send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was